Hey guys, it's Scripted Studios. I'm back again with another Steven Universe vlog. Today we're looking at Tiger Millionaire and
Huh. I don't even, okay? I don't... Okay, off track for a moment. Before Steven Universe, there was a long-anticipated Powerpuff Girls reboot episode. You know, I'm not afraid to admit that I watched the Powerpuff Girls when I was a little boy, and you know, I don't care if you think lowly of me because of that. I don't care. So you know, I heard they were making a reboot. It's like, oh cool, we're making a reboot. That's cool. And then the reboot was on tonight, and I couldn't wait because I saw some commercials for it, and the art style. It looked like a Wind Waker. It was like cell shading, and everything was so cool. And it was like, what? That's so cool. And I'm not going to spend the entire episode talking about it. I might make another video tonight that further explains my thoughts on it. But let's talk about Tiger Millionaire. So yeah, new episode of Steven Universe called Tiger Millionaire. I didn't like this episode either. What? That's 2 strikes for Cartoon Network tonight. You're lucky I like that new Adventure Time. Pretty cool. He's like doing the thing with his hand and the sword and the grass. And it was cool. You're lucky I like that. So Steven Steven is well, not really Steven. Amethyst. I can't stop thinking about the Powerpuff Girls thing. I'm sorry. I'm really off focus. Okay, so Steven, well, not Steven. Amethyst doesn't like the way that the Crystal Gems treat her. So one night, well, every night, she sneaks off to an abandoned warehouse and pretty much cross-dresses. Yeah, that's pretty... She pretty much cross-dresses and fights with other men. It's an accurate description. I know it sounds weird, but not, you know, not the way I said it, because you know how she has that morphing ability. She turns into a wrestler, and turns out she's like the best wrestler in Beach City. And Steven finds out, and he promises not to tell the other gems as long as it's okay if he can tag team with Amethyst in the wrestling match. So Amethyst says it's okay. He becomes Tiger Millionaire, a businessman wrestler. They actually have some really funny moments taking advantage of how he uses business things. Like, you know, he has a giant phone at one part. Like, you know how like the clients are always on the phone. He has like a giant phone and he like hits somebody in the head while talking. It's pretty funny. And he has like a whole bunch of Wall Street newspapers, and he throws them onto the wrestling rink, and the people fall over on them. Now there's some pretty funny tie-ins there with business. And then Garnet and Pearl find out what's going on, so they come to stop it. But they see how much fun Amethyst is having. Amethyst and Steven. Well, not after Garnet does some cool things, because Garnet's awesome, and never deny Garnet's awesome, because she's the coolest of the gems. Yeah. But, she apologizes and says that she just wishes they treated her better. And then, they're like, okay. And then, they get a ladder, and they win the wrestling trophy. And then, that's the end. It's not much of an episode. Probably, I like this one less than Frybo, because I actually went back and watched Frybo the other day, and while it's still not my favorite, the part, as I said before, the part where Steven and the guy that works at the fry shop, they're on like the little, like the rocking toys, and they're talking to each other, and the little kid is talking about how depressing work is, and it's actually more depressing because everything he's saying is true. So that's really interesting, actually. But this doesn't have many redeeming qualities in it. Besides a funny joke that the girl that works with Lars, I think her name's Kathy. I don't know, it might not be Kathy, I don't know. The girl that works with Lars, her name is Kathy, apparently, I think. I have no idea. get ready to prove me wrong in the comments. She keeps thinking that Tiger Millionaire is Steven, and Tiger Millionaire is Steven. But it's not much of an episode. There's some funny moments with Lars. There's Lars, the guy that works at the donut shop, because he has an obsession over Steven as Tiger Millionaire, and he just really obsesses over him. And the end of the episode is him just like looking up at a beam of light and like a tear dripping down his face, and that was actually a pretty funny way to end the episode, because like how detailed his face is. I know some people call that Ren and Stimpy face, because yeah, they do that sometimes in the old show. But nothing really to say about this episode. There's a really sad, I don't know how you... There's an emotional scene, but not emotional like Adventure Time emotional like, oh, I kind of feel bad for Steven. Well, I don't really feel bad for Steven, but I know what's happening to him. Because there's a scene, Steven's getting so wrapped up in being a wrestler, Lars comes over and he wants an autograph. Steven he's like, okay, and then he hits it out of his hand. And instead of, Lars thinking that's funny, because Steven thought it would be funny, Lars didn't think it was funny and he ran away crying. And that actually showed how much Steven didn't understand that what he was doing is wrong. And yeah, it's not wrong, but it's not right either. He can get a little carried away. So besides that, nothing to talk about. Well, since I already said I'm going to talk about the Powerpuff Girls, I'll make a video. I'll make a video about it. I'll just I'll talk about it. I'm sorry, I'm off focus tonight. I expected so much, and from the Powerpuff Girls and this. So overall mediocre episode, probably my least favorite so far of a Steven Universe. So yeah, if you want to give that like button a lick and maybe even slap it with your forehead, and that subscribe button is feeling pretty lonely, maybe you should go tickle it. And I'll see you next week for another Steven Universe vlog. See you later.